Hi guys, in this session we will discuss about structural directives in Angular. Structural directives are the directives which changes the DOM structure by adding or removing the elements based on some condition. We have three predefined structural directives in Angular, namely ngIf, ngSwitch, ngFor. Let's see with an example of ngIf. ngIf is similar like if condition in any other programming language which works based on some boolean value. Let's remove these three things and apply ngIf condition on this h1 tag. ngIf. For every structural directive, we'll take asterisk in front of it. So let's give true for this element now and go to the browser. You can inspect this element. You can see some comments on the browser bindings. So when it is true, we are showing the element, and let's make this one as a false and go to the browser. So we are removing this element completely from the DOM. It is not like we are applying display none property to the DOM. Here you can see the element has been removed, and you can observe these comments. We will discuss about these comments in a bit. Okay, so ngIf internally converted into the ng template by Angular. Let's see how it will be converted. ng-template. So it will internally convert like this. It will use property binding ngIf equal to true or false. Let's make this one as true, and some other topic name here. Here you can say copy and paste it inside the ng template. Here you can see structural directives are coming from inside the ng template. As we made this one as a false, first one, it will be not visible in the DOM, and this we made it to true, so that you can see Angular is converting h1 tag to ngIf structural directive to the form of ng template. ng template is the Angular element which works in the presence of structural directives. So let's comment this ng template, and ngIf we can able to have else block for this one. Let's make this one as true colon else, and you can give the else block name. It is user defined name, else block I am giving for now. So this else block will be executed when it is false. So we can take ng template and name this one as template reference variable, else block. We are giving this template reference variable here, and we are defining inside the ng template. Let's write something like else block. This is else block. This is else block. And go to the browser. You can see here structural directives are visible. As it is true, it is entering into the if block. Just make this one as a false, so you can able to see the else block here. You can see this is else block. Okay, and we can able to wrap this one into the simplified manner with the help of ng container. We can able to convert these two lines into more simplified manner. So let's comment the above two lines and take ng container. With the help of ng container, we can able to simplify that one. ng container acts as a host element to the HTML elements. ng container. So we'll see about this ng container while we are discussing on the ngFor directive. Okay. So for this ng container, we apply ngIf equal to true, else we are taking, if it is true, then we can convert it as a we can take this one as a valid, else invalid. So we are taking two template reference variables here. One is valid, another one is invalid. So when it is true, we want to execute the valid block. Just take another ng template here and give the reference as valid. and you can write something inside this one. So let's write this is valid block. Okay, let's copy this one and paste it one more time for the invalid block. I'm copying this template reference variable, invalid template reference variable is, and change the text into invalid block. So let's go to the browser. Here you can see this is valid block is executing. As the value is true, we are entering into the valid block. Let's make this one as a false, so that we will be entering into the else block now. So you can see this is invalid block. You can see the text here. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see ng switch in the next session.